Can you believe one pack of Shin Ramen can turn into this? Hi, I'm Lionel. I was born and raised in Sichuan, China. When I first moved to the US, I couldn't find any Chinese instant noodles in regular stores, but Shin Ramen was everywhere. So over the years, I tried so many recipes that transform Shin Ramen into authentic Chinese noodle dishes. So in this video, I'm gonna share 5 with you. One of them takes only 10 minutes. First up is scallion oil noodles. So let's make some scallion oil first. I have 3 green onions here, chop them into 2-inch strips and separate the white and green parts, as we'll fry them separately. Also grab a shallot or some onions to add a complexity, chop off both ends, remove the skin and slice into pieces. For the sauce, mix 3 tablespoons soy sauce, half tablespoon dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon oyster sauce, and 1 tablespoon sugar in a bowl. Heat up 5 tablespoons of avocado oil or any high smoke point oil. Fry the white parts of the green onion and shallots over medium-low heat. Stirring constantly to ensure even frying until they start turning brown. Turn off the heat, grab a bowl, and scoop all the scallions out. Make sure to remove all of them from the oil. They'll turn bitter if over-fried. Turn the heat back on and fry the rest of the green onion using the same method, stirring constantly. Our goal is to get dry, crispy green onions. Transfer them into the same bowl and set aside. Lastly, add the sauce we made into the oil and simmer over medium-low heat for a minute or 2. Keep stirring. You'll see it start bubbling. Our scallion oil forms as it thickens into a syrup-like consistency. Store it in a bowl. This makes enough for 4 to 5 servings, so keep it in the fridge for future use. To use it, just cook some fresh ramen, add 1 to 2 spoons of scallion oil, and mix in. Top with some fried scallions, and don't forget some fresh green onions as well. You'll be surprised at the first bite, because the rich soy and scallion aroma will fill up your mouth and nose immediately. And while the fried scallion add another layer of a texture, that's just wonderful. Next is my personal favorite. I call it Shin Chow Mein. I haven't found a chow mein dish from a restaurant better than this yet, so we'll find out. To prepare the stir fry, start with the vegetables. Half a green bell pepper sliced into strips. 1 carrot with ends removed, thinly sliced. And julienne. I won't judge you if you use a cheese grater. Also another 1 cup of shredded cabbage and some diced green onions. For the sauce, combine half a Shin Ramen seasoning pack, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1/4 tablespoon dark soy sauce, half tablespoon sesame oil, half tablespoon oyster sauce, and half tablespoon sugar in a small bowl. Boil some plain ramen until slightly al dente, then cool it down on a plate or tray, drizzle with some oil, then toss and mix to prevent clumping. Now it's time to cook. Add a splash of oil to a wok and heat until smoking hot, around 400 Fahrenheit or 200 Celsius. Add a beaten egg. Flip it when the bottom turns golden brown. Chop it into small pieces and set aside in a bowl. Add 2 tablespoons oil back to the wok until it's as hot as possible. Add a cup of green bell pepper and the white part of the green onion, which I forgot this part but I added it later. Fry for 15 seconds, then add a cup of carrot and a cup of cabbage. Stir fry for 1 to 2 minutes. Until half cooked, add the ramen and mix with the vegetables. Chopsticks work best for stir-frying noodles, but a tongue will do the job too. After 1 to 2 minutes, add the egg and the sauce. Mix it thoroughly with your chopsticks. then cook it about 1 more minute. Remove it from the heat, then transfer it to a plate. Garnish with green onion. The sauce makes the noodle incredibly flavorful, and the 3 different crunchy vegetables mixed with the noodles creates a satisfying texture. It's addictive with every bite. I can easily finish the whole plate. The next recipe is nostalgic for me. It was my favorite street food from a vendor outside of my middle school during hot summers. Let's recreate it. Start by cooking a chicken breast. Boil it with some ginger, green onion, and Shaoxing wine for about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, prepare the sauce. In a small bowl, combine half tablespoon sugar, 2 tablespoons soy sauce, half tablespoon vinegar, half tablespoon sesame oil, half tablespoon sesame paste or peanut butter, fresh minced garlic and ginger, and 2 tablespoons Sichuan chili oil. Mix well and set aside. Next, cut half a cucumber into thin slices. Then julienne them. Blanch a cup of bean sprouts in boiling water for 30 seconds. Drain and set aside. When the chicken is done, transfer it to a bowl of ice water and let it cool. Shred into thin strips with your hands. It should be easy if it's completely cold and shred it along the grain. Finally, boil some fresh ramen, then toss to cool it down on a large plate or tray. Drizzle with oil and mix well. When everything is ready, let's assemble the dish. Place the ramen in the middle of the plate, arrange the chicken along the edge, and do the same with the cucumber and bean sprouts. Pour the sauce over the top and garnish with freshly chopped green onions. Let's mix up and taste. Not bad. I should have added all the sauce. It's as close as it gets to the original. Very saucy, a little spicy, with a refreshing cucumber. This would make a perfect hot summer lunch. For the 4th recipe, we're making tomato eggs noodles. As the name suggests, start with 2 tomatoes. Remove the core by stabbing around it. Then pry it out with the knife. Cut the tomatoes into about 1-inch cubes. And set aside. Dice 1 green onion and minced 1 clove of garlic. Heat up the wok and add 1 tablespoon oil. Add a beaten egg. Flip when golden brown on the bottom. Chop it into pieces and set aside. Add half tablespoon oil back to the wok and saute the green onion and garlic for 10 seconds. Add the tomato and stir fry for 1 to 2 minutes until soft and juicy. Add a cup of water first, then add the egg back to the wok when it starts boil. Season with 2 pinches of salt, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, and half tablespoon oyster sauce. Cover and let it simmer. While that's cooking, boil the ramen. When done, drain and place it in a bowl. Now the tomato egg should be done. Pour it over the top. And don't forget garnish with green onion. Ta-da! I love the vibrant color, very appetizing. It's hot, fresh and so comforting. Imagine having a bowl of this in a cold winter or when you feel sick. It'll make you feel better instantly. And finally, we are ending with the easiest 10 minutes recipe, garlic chili oil noodles. Grab a small bowl for the sauce, add half Shin Ramen seasoning, 2 cloves of minced garlic, and a little ginger. The ginger is optional. To prep the garlic easily, slam your knife on it to remove the skin, then run your knife through it a few times. That's how you get the freshest minced garlic. Do the same with the ginger. Next, heat up a small pot or pan, add a tablespoon of oil. I'm using lard because I'm Chinese, but any high smoke point oil works fine. When the oil is smoking hot, carefully pour it into the bowl, let it sizzle and activate the aromatics. Now boil the noodles with an egg. When done, drain them into a bowl. Add the chili oil and make sure to get all the sauce in. Toss and mix well. Place the egg on the top and garnish with some green onions. Done. It tastes amazing considering how easy it is. You can really taste the Shin Ramen seasoning compared to the normal soup version. There's a nice kick to it, and the sauteed garlic and ginger make it feel like a fresh Chinese dish.